The Los Angeles-based group chosen to run Portland's first city-sanctioned homeless camp will now be in charge of another site. Today, the city of Portland announced that Urban Alchemy has been selected to operate the Peninsula Crossing Safe Rest Village. Construction is almost complete on the site on North Syracuse Street. An opening date has not been announced. Last month, Mayor Ted Wheeler and city commissioners voted to grant Urban Alchemy a 5-year, $50 million contract to run large outdoor shelter areas in the city. The first site it will run is expected to open in Southeast Portland this summer.